Oh my goodness, why is it spraying all over?
Well, Christina, it has to do with fluid dynamics, especially laminar and turbulent flow.
Don't worry, we'll break it down for you. It's pretty easy. Fluids flow in 3 different ways. The first way is laminar, and that's characterized by a low velocity, and the particles move in straight lines, and the substances do not mix, as you can see in that picture. The second flow is turbulent. It has a high velocity, and the particle movements are irregular, and the substances mix rapidly and completely. And turbulent flow is the most common flow, and it's the one you'll see in real life. The third one is transitional, and it has medium velocity, and the substances mix slightly, and it's just a combination of laminar and turbulent flow.
Reynolds number is a dimensionless number that gives the measure of inertial forces to viscous forces. The equation for Reynolds number is Re equals PVD over mu, where P is the density of the fluid, V is the mean velocity of the fluid, D is the diameter, and mu is the dynamic viscosity of the fluid. A Reynolds number of less than 2,000 is a laminar flow. A Reynolds number between 2,000 and 4,000 is a transitional flow. And a Reynolds number of over 4,000 is a turbulent flow.
The most basic demonstration for laminar and turbulent flow is water coming out of a faucet. Right now the water is in laminar flow because of the small diameter of the pipe and the low velocity.
Now the water is in turbulent flow because the diameter of the pipe has increased and the velocity has also increased.
This relates back to Reynolds number, because as you increase the velocity and the diameter of the pipe, the Reynolds number also increases, which means it's a turbulent flow.
In this demonstration, we will light a match to show laminar and turbulent flow in another type of fluid, the air. Notice the smoke closest to the match has a laminar flow. As the smoke rises farther from the match, its velocity increases, thus increasing Reynolds number and creating a turbulent flow.
In this demonstration, we are explaining viscosity, which is a variable in Reynolds' equation. Viscosity is a fluid's resistance to flow. A higher viscosity leads to a lower Reynolds number, so its flow would be more laminar. A lower viscosity leads to a higher Reynolds number, so its flow would be more turbulent. Now Allison will pour the maple syrup, much like corn syrup, which will be used in a later demo. Syrup has a high viscosity, as is seen by the thickness and slow velocity when being poured. The milk, on the other hand, has a low viscosity and is seen by its thinner quality and high velocity when being poured. In the next demo, we will use a high velocity fluid that causes a laminar flow.
In this next demo, we will use corn syrup and color dye to demonstrate substances do not mix in laminar flow. We inserted green, red, and blue color dye into a bowl of corn syrup with a bottle in the middle. Christine is spinning the bottle slowly, thus making the highly viscous corn syrup have a low velocity. The color dyes form layers. When Christine reverses the spinning, the color dyes return to their original position because they were never mixed.
In this demonstration, we will use coffee and creamer to demonstrate how substances mix in turbulent flows. Both the coffee and creamer have a low viscosity, and Allison will mix the two substances together with a high velocity. Notice how these substances mix completely, unlike the dyes which form layers in the corn syrup in the previous demo. Once mixed, these substances cannot be separated. This is the opposite of what happened in the last demo.
Do you get it? It makes so much more sense now. My plate's so clean.